Hi, I'm Gopita Katharine Manning, and I'm going to do a video on the neurolymphatic system. And this is probably going to be in two parts because it's hard to do. This will be in two parts. I haven't done an updated one in 10 years, and I didn't realize that until this nice guy pointed it out to me. And it was on YouTube. But anyway, it was a comment on YouTube. And so I'm going to tell you, first of all, how important they are, because most of you know that from Donna Eden's excellent work and from the daily energy routine. But the lymphatics, the neurolymphatics act as a sort of a sewage system to collect all the debris from our tissue and the blood. And the lymph system has no pump. So we have to manually stimulate it with our hands. And it doesn't really get stimulated when we jump and all that. It really needs to be massaged. So Dr. Frank Chapman, I think he was an osteopath, but in the 30s, developed an understanding of the neurolymphatic system, and neuro means nerve and brain. And you have to take your fingers, the pads of your fingers, and deeply massage the points, the very specific points. And then George Goodhart found that they relate also to the muscles. These are really powerful. So you're not only getting the lymph to flow, you might be helping your muscles, you are helping your muscles, your systems, your organs, and everything like that. And you'll hear my greyhound whine by the door, but I'm not going to let her in because she'll take up the space that I need to demonstrate. So now you have to massage the points, the specific points, and the reflex, I think, is Dr. Chapman says 10 times. And I really find that the deeper that you do it and the longer, the better it is, but they're sometimes very tender. And that means you need it. But don't do them all at once, because sometimes you get a little fluey and sick. And you really do if you haven't done it in a while. Most of these are between the ribs on the sternum, a little bit on the arm, down the sides of the legs, and they're all along the spine. And if you don't have a partner, I can tell you how to do it for yourself, but it's not that easy. You really need a partner for the spinal flush. Okay, now I made some notes. Oops. The neurolymphatics act like circuit breakers or switches that get turned off when the body's system is overloaded. When the flow of lymph slows down or gets congested, these points get tender. Duh. Okay. Once the points are no longer tender, it may indicate that the blockage in the energy of the lymph flow to the organ and muscle is relieved. This is pretty understandable. But you won't believe how helpful it is, and you won't. And to understand, there's charts online, you can get them. But I'll go through some of the ones that I think you should do every day. And I say this on the other video too. But you can start with some of the ones on the chest, it's really important. And you just go down. You find between the ribs near the sternum for lung. I can't remember. Just a second. I have to get my chart out too. I just know to do them, but you don't want to be too haphazard. You really don't want to do what I just did. Okay, so we have heart. I'm right by my sternum, right by my bone here. Heart, lung. Oh, very tender. Now this is bilateral on both sides. I'm just doing one. Then we have an interesting one here, which is the brain. And you want to do these over here. And then we have along here, it's really kidney, but it's the eyes and ears. And you do this along the arm. Now, these are going to be, I'm going to do these more fully in the second video, but I want to show you something else. Let's say you have pain in the small of your back around the kidney area. You can learn that, hello, I'm going to move this. This is very rustic, very rustic. This is my belly button. I'm going to come out an inch, and I'm going to go up an inch, and I'm going to deeply massage right here. This is kidney. And if I deeply massage right here, very often, almost always, the pain in my lower back will subside or get better. And this doesn't mean my kidneys it doesn't mean the organ, it just means around the kidney area. It very often will help. It also will help for the psoas, because that's related to the kidney meridian, and that's a neurolymphatic. Now let's say you have a bladder infection. The bladder neurolymphatic is along the pubic bone, and deeply massaging 10 times along the pubic bone can really help anything that's going on with that organ. Now, I did say that it can help an organ and a muscle. Let's say you have problems in your large intestine. We all do sometimes, don't we? Well, you got a lot of stuff you can do. It's along the leg. Now I have on tights, don't worry. Right here along the entire side of the leg, deeply massaged hard. And it's really sore. This gets fasciolata. Really gets the entire colon, gallbladder. Ooh! This one, you get a lot of bang for your buck. So far I've done along the sternum, and I'm going to do both sides, of course. Along the sternum, over here, where my sleeve joins, my arm joins my body, and right here on my arm. Now, if I want to do my spinal flush, which if you have a partner, you go along the spine, jiggy, 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 jiggy. Thank you, Chuck. If you want to do that, if you're by yourself, get 2 tennis balls and tie them tightly in a sock and roll along a wall. It's not great, but it's all you got. But if you got a partner, a spinal flush every day, oh, it'll do so much for you. Now, this is a very, very rough video, obviously, but I can't say enough about the neurolymphatics. If you're getting a flu, or if you're getting sick, or if you just want to really feel better, give yourself a neurolymphatic massage. It kind of hurts sometimes, but you'll certainly get a lot of information about what's going on, and you'll certainly feel better after it's over because it won't hurt no more. Okay, I guess I'll put this video up at least until I do another one, but at least we got something going, and thank you to the fellow who reminded me to do it, and I'll see you later, everybody. Bye-bye.